So it seems like to me, y'all, that most of the excitement we get from boxing is when these dudes going back and forth on social media. This is just what the game is nowadays. And let me tell you what Devin Haney had to say in regards to Gervonta Davis. Now, it's looking like they're on a collision course. They're both in the same weight class. This is a fight that should happen. Now, will it happen? That's a whole nother thing entirely. But this is what Devin Haney had to say. Devin Haney says, as soon as I handle this business on Saturday, Tank can fight me for a real 135-pound world title. Hashtag only 135 world WBC belt to win I got. Whatever that is, kid. But then Gervonta Davis says, you better sit your little ass down. I will hurt you bad. You're not a champ for real. They gave you the belt. Mine was earned, little chump. This is funny just reading it because these dudes be really going in on social media, but they know they won't be fighting each other anytime soon. Now, Devin Haney is a kid that strikes me as he's not motivated by money, okay? Devin Haney isn't motivated by money like a lot of these other guys who came up from nothing. Devin Haney, let's just be honest, he had pretty much have a silver spoon in his mouth. You know, I mean, the kid already riding Mercedes-Benzes before he was even, you know what I'm saying, when he was still fighting on showbox and shit. Devin Haney, they got money, okay? So he's not motivated by money. He's motivated by being great, you know? So Devin Haney, we can just pretty much say he's for real. You know, we know he ain't about to be ducking nobody. He's looking for a big opportunity. He's looking for the big fights. Now, Tevin Farmer had something to say about all this, and this is what he had to say. He says, in regards to Tank Davis, he says, yours wasn't earned either. You fought for the regular WBA, and they took Machado belt from him and upgraded yours to super. You was given your WBA. I'm calling a spade a spade. So Gervonta Tank Davis was also given his belt. You know, he was the regular WBA champion, and they promoted him to super champion. Tevin Farmer hopped back into the fray. You know, now that fight with Tevin Farmer and Tank Davis is a fight that I feel that should have happened. You know, I think that was a good fight for Tank Davis on his way up. You know, get a good look, get in there with a guy that can move around. Get in there with a slippery guy. A guy that ain't gonna sit there and just let you tee off with them big bombs. You know what I'm saying? A guy that's gonna be slick as oil up in there. I wanted to see that fight, but it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It just, like I said, Floyd Mayweather, they're not in the business of putting Tank in there with guys that really want to fight him. You know. But I also find it funny that Tank Davis, he'll respond to he ain't saying shit to Lomachenko. Okay? He got something to say to everybody else, but he will not say anything to Vasily Lomachenko when Vasily Lomachenko is on his name. Why is that? You know. Now, Devin Haney did say that he is willing to come to Showtime and put them hands on Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I don't think this fight is going to happen to me personally. It's just the way boxing is right now. I'm sorry if I don't sound optimistic, or I'm sorry if I'm not, you know, a Debbie Downer or whatever the fuck, but that's just the way the boxing is nowadays. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have nothing to look forward to. Like, none of these guys want to fight the other killers. There's only a handful of guys that you can really name, probably on both hands, they want to fight the killers. And it's not everybody. You know, guys want to pick and choose and maneuver and, you know, posture and flex on their A side, and just, this is a lot of weird shit going on in boxing right now. So I highly doubt this fight happens. However, it's a fight that should happen. It's a meaningful fight. It's a big fight. But I highly doubt that Floyd Mayweather, not Eddie Hearn, Floyd Mayweather will risk putting Gervonta Davis in there with a Devin Haney. Now, if he had both fighters, then yeah, he'll probably make it happen. You know what I'm saying? On his terms. But I don't see him putting Gervonta Davis in there with anybody that could possibly beat him, anybody that can make him look bad. I mean, Tank Davis hasn't fought really no black fighters, so we already know what type of time Floyd Mayweather was on when he kind of finished up his career. He's kind of stayed away from the guys that can keep up with him, okay? So either way, this is just for entertainment, y'all. I mean, these dudes ain't really, I don't expect nothing to come from this. It's just something to really talk about. This is what they do nowadays, especially the younger guys. They talk. I already know this fight ain't gonna happen. It'll be a miracle if it did. I think Leonard Ellaby came out talking shit, saying some bullshit that nobody wanted to hear. And Devin Haney said he's willing to go over to Showtime to go ahead and bust that head open. But it ain't gonna happen. I know Eddie Hearn is willing to let it happen. And one thing we can say about Eddie Hearn, You know, he could be a lot of things, but one thing we can say about Eddie Hearn is he don't be protecting fighters. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his top fighters, we all made fun of him. Like, hey, your fighter's looking bad out here, bro. But he's putting his fighters in there, though. You know what I'm saying? He was protecting AJ for the longest he could. But for the most part, Eddie Hearn will put his fighters in there. You know, he put Kell Brook in there with Golovkin. You know, Eddie Hearn will put his fighters in there. You know what I'm saying? One thing we got to get Eddie Hearn. So we know that this is a green light on Eddie Hearn's end. It'll be a green light on the Haney's end. But as far as Floyd Mayweather and the Mayweather Promotions, I highly doubt it'll happen, y'all. It's just something that's, you know, been proven. Like, I have no faith that Floyd will put Tank Davis in there with a guy like Devin Haney. I mean, Tank ain't even fight any black fighters? Yeah, I don't even think so, bro. So, I mean, it ain't about to happen. Devin Haney is probably all wrong for a lot of these guys. He's getting bigger and stronger. He's getting better by the day. I mean, he's likely the future of boxing, along with Shakur Stevenson. I mean, that's just what it is, man. Tank Davis ain't really, man. He hasn't shown me anything yet. He looks good against the guys he's been in there with. I give him that. He definitely passes the eye test for sure. But as far as me having faith in him really taking these fights when he be arguing with these guys on social media, it's not happening. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.